Okay, here's the deal. I clearly went too far last year. I think we all realized that. And I think we realized that there's no chance that I could ever live up to what last year was. So I can't do any characters. I can't do another cameo. That would be ridiculous. And so I've sat around and I've thought, oh, what will I do? What will I do? What will I do? And here we are the night before the draft. Fuck it, I've got nothing. Literally nothing. I thought of a few ideas. I was going to do like different TikTok trends or whatever, but everybody's For You page is so unique to them that what would be the point? I do things that would be fun to just, me and Sal or me and Andrew, or, I mean, that's all well and good. Two people would get the joke. Who cares? There I am. I'm drinking Budweiser Heavy because as I sat down to do this video, I realized that's all that I had in the beer fridge. I didn't have my normal beer. I thought about doing a thing where I was going to have all of your parents announce when your pick was, but I don't know Jeff Newton's parents, so put the kibosh on that real quick. I had another idea where I was going to shave my head and then wear the wig, and so then like at the end of the video, I'd like do an Eric Matthews and like pull off the wig and like, oh, look what I've done. It's not my actual hair. And for those of you that haven't seen me, this is my actual hair now. I wore a wig once that was this length, and I kind of just adopted it and loved it and wanted to do it forever. I had another idea where like I'd have Wes or the dog do something, but that just was never coming together. So at the end of the day, it's just, I'm here, I've got a hat. This is Wes's hat. It's very small because obviously it could never fit on my head. I mean, I don't even think if you add in like the bill, I think it would hit over my head. And so I'm just going to pick. Having said that, as now I've wasted 2.5 minutes of all your time. If people didn't see the email, the draft is at the Fenway Lucky Strike now instead of the Assembly, because apparently the Assembly isn't open on Tuesdays. And so they booked us and signed a contract and everything. They go, oh no, we're closed. The only problem with that is that our draft starts at 7 and also a Red Sox game starts at 7. So parking is going to be a real bitch. I would recommend people like get as close as they can and then Uber. Like the Charlestown people should Uber. Me and Sal are going to Uber from Met. So Steve and Brian, if you want to do that, you can do that too. And then I guess during the game, it shouldn't be that busy because everybody that was in there should be at the game. But so it's going to be there instead. The people that are zooming in, I think it might be a little louder. So I think we'll just bring a few iPads or whatever, and we'll zoom you in and we'll hope to hear you. Who knows? Sorry, I feel like people are waiting for like the joke part. It's really not coming. You can look at the clock. I mean, according to that clock, it is 10 p.m. It's not. It's about 8:45. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess without further ado, I'm going to kick it off to Scott Hansen. That's absurd. Can't do that again. The guy from the league kind of stunk. I mean, he wasn't fun at all. Heidi Watney didn't fully understand what we were doing. The people that got it best, aside from Scott Hansen, were the non-football people. Like Eric Matthews understood exactly what was going on. Michael Ian Black, who is a bit, I love, I know most people probably don't know him. He was on a show. And again, not to waste more of your time because we're 4.5 minutes in. He was on a show, it was called Ed. And it was Tom Cavanaugh, the girl from Modern Family and from Happy Gilmore, Julie Bowen, I think her name is. And it was a really funny show. I think it's available on YouTube. I have it torrented. So if anybody wants it, I guess I could send it to you. Okay, so I guess let's just go. I've got everybody's names in the hat. I've got a piece of paper so that I can write it down so I don't forget. But so here's going to be the draft order of the 2021 Sunday Funday Fantasy Football League. Congratulations to Matt on winning in his very first year. Sometimes people call that beginner's luck, and Garrett would argue otherwise. He didn't have any beginner's luck. What the hell's that all about? I still have the trophy here. Matt should probably take it. Margaret's had enough of the trophy. I haven't won in like 4 years now. Why do I still have the trophy? I understand Peter used to like live in a really cool place in Santa Monica, and he couldn't take it all the way out there. And then Richard, lives a million miles away. I'm not shipping it internationally. Matt, there's not much. I saw Matt today. I don't understand why I still have it. I just paused there. There was no reason for that. That was just, I think I'm losing it. Okay, 6 minutes in, haven't made a single pick. I'm actually really enjoying that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all of you. This is for me. They say, there's some comedians, I'm not saying I'm a comedian whatsoever, but sometimes when they go up and they tell jokes, like you're telling jokes to the back of the room and not to the plebeians that are up front. And I feel like that's what I'm doing now. I'm doing this more for me than I am for the people actually watching the video. Because now we're coming up on 7 minutes that you have watched of me just being a real asshole by myself. So let's see if we can get the first pick in before 7 minutes. We're at 6:55. Okay, first pick. First pick is going to be Brian Carucci. I think it's backwards, so you're just going to have to trust me. Brian Carucci is pick number 1. Brian out in Texas. Maybe you'll pick, a guy like Dak Prescott first. I hear he's pretty healthy. Okay, pick number 2. Okay, I got one. Oh, it's me. I've had pick number 2 already before. I didn't love how the team came out, but that's fine. Fuck, I really wanted to switch it up a little bit. That's okay. Okay. All right. Third pick is going to be Gary. Garrett coming out for the draft. We love it. I love that kind of dedication from a member of the team, of the club, of the league was probably the word. Okay, number 4. Let's get into number 4. Oh, I feel like I have 2 here by accident. Number 4, Richard. I just got to tell you, Rich is probably the person I've seen the least, and I miss the man. I love him so much. Okay, number 5. Number 5, what do we got going? Number 5. Is that Pizzi? Peter, number 5. That's not a bad place to be. I mean, it's not where I want to be, but so Pete, and well, actually now I'm sending it out tonight, so maybe he would actually do it. But so, and maybe he can't find it, but so when I was younger, we were all the same age together. I used to really like Bud Light Lime, and I still do on occasion. It energizes me. It makes me feel better. But for a little while, there was a beer called Labatt Blue Light Lime. And I know that's way too long of a name and a bad idea, but they can't sell it in New England for some reason. And so I did Google. There are places within 5 to 10 miles of Peter that have it. And I asked him at the beginning of the summer that whenever he came out to bring me some, he never did. Didn't invite me to his wedding either. But I think I've told him this time, hey, bring as much as they'll give you, but maybe he's going to have a difficult time finding it. I don't know. Well, we'll find out tomorrow whether he brought any, won't we? Okay, number 6. Number 6, Andy. There we go. There's Andy. He's in. Andrew, maybe he didn't want me to announce this beforehand, but he has decided to bring someone new into the world. And so Larry, who is one of Maloney's best friends, is going to join as Andrew's partner. I think just in the league, not in life, but who knows? So Larry's going to show up with Andrew. There's still just one team. We're not technically letting another person into the league, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, number 7. 10 minutes in, this is good. Number 7 is Marcus. I still haven't seen Marcus since he's been back, and I know that like there was an issue with a car or something, and like he's no longer a U.S. citizen. Like he denounced his U.S. citizenship and now like is a gypsy or something. I don't understand, but I'm very excited to see him tomorrow or today if you're watching this video in the morning. Okay, I was gonna drink it. Why didn't I drink it? I had it in my hand. What am I doing? Number 8. Let's go. We're doing rapid fire now. Considering the first 7 minutes, we only had 1 pick. The last 4, we're up to 6, 7 picks now. Number 8 is Sal. I think he's going to be upset about that. I'm pretty sure. I don't think he wants that. I think he wanted a tad later. But, I don't make the rules. I just make the video. And I typically do it late. All right, number 9. Who do we got for number 9? Matthew Maloney, the reigning undisputed champion. Matt. Okay, that's all I need to read, right? I guess I was going to write his whole last name, but I haven't done that for anybody else, so I don't know why I do that. 10 is going to be Brian Smith. Oh, we're about to get a run of Smiths, aren't we? Well, I mean, there's only 2, but there's only now 2 picks left. Oh, and it's going to be Jeff and Steve. So let's see who's who. Number 11 is Steve Smith. You probably can't tell, but that's fine. So we're going to have back-to-back Smith picks, which let me tell you, none of us are going to like that because it's going to mean we're going to go down the whole line. Let's get to Brian. He's going to take a while. Then it's going to get to Steve, and he's going to take a while. Jeff will make 2 rapid-fire picks. And then Steve's going to take a while. And then Brian's going to take a while. And then we should be fine. But as confirmation that the last name was Jeff, there's Jeff. So that's it. Again, there was no way I was ever going to beat last year. So I felt like it was best to let's do a hard reset. Totally normal. No characters, no voices, no faces. Was the first 7 minutes unnecessary? 100%. Guaranteed it was unnecessary. But you either skipped through it and kept getting considerably more angry that we hadn't reached the pick stage, or you watched the whole thing and got more angry the longer it went. But here we are at about 13 minutes, and everybody knows their pick. You don't have to be watching this right now. You're watching it because you feel like you're pot committed at this point, and I understand that. So again, it's going to be a great year. Maybe next year the video will inspire people more. It'll, maybe we'll get guest hosts or who knows. But this year, after last year, I just felt like it was best to do nothing. The clock hasn't moved a single minute in the 13 minutes I've been here. And that's all. It's going to be a great year. I'm so excited to see everybody either tomorrow or tonight, whenever you're watching this. What else am I going to say? I finished my beer. It's been 13 minutes. That's fine.